Welcome to the demo of PureSearch AI. This is the AI layer that I've created on top of OpenSearch. So as you start, you provide the details for your OpenSearch API, which will be provided to you once you have a cluster ready. You then provide these credentials, username and password, which has enough access to do a read. This is a demo, so there is an admin user here, but ideally this will be a monitoring user, which will have enough access to just read. So to test the connection, and once the connection is successful, you can save the configuration. And now you're ready to talk to your database. So the first thing that you see here is generating some suggestions for you. The index name is building security. And this is a good starter if you don't know what are the values that you really can, like what are the column headers, or what are the key and value pairs that you can search. So you can just choose anything from there, which is from the suggestion, and you can start with a query. The result is a fine mix of visuals and summary in a markdown fashion, and it will tell you about your data. As simple as that. No complex query creation or SQL type or a KQL type query. Just ask in simple language. You can also use audio, as in voice, and ask the question, very similar to the other tools you're using these days. So it's basically ChatGPT for your own data. So you connect to your database, which is the backend Elasticsearch, in this case OpenSearch, and you talk and ask the questions. The data is also now displayed in a table view, very similar to how you can see it in a very familiar in an Excel sheet or a very familiar row and columns table design. Every time you refresh, you should get a new suggestion by AI. So this time the AI in the backend will suggest you some queries. And once you ask a query, once you give a search, give anything to search or ask any question, the AI will actually generate all the required API and make and then send it back to the application, and then the application will then make a call to the database. So at any point, you are not passing any credentials to the AI. All you're passing is some context, like this query and the structure of your Elasticsearch index, which is the mappings. You can ask even like very simple question like who has tried to enter and has failed. It's a very, very generic query, but to compare, but to convert this will be a combination of multiple joins that you have to do. But you see, the response is pretty fast, and it also gives you a strategy on what it thought your question can be, and then answered your question. There's some guardrails that you can only do search and not ask for any other things. It will not generate an image for you, definitely not draw a cake for you or make coffee for you. Some of the queries are not allowed because they're not really search. So only focus is only search. Now, once you have a query in the chat, you can of course make edits to it and keep on layering on top of it, like you will see in this example. And from the left hand side, you can always go back to your conversation of whatever you have done. All of this is stored in your browser for now. We are not storing it in the backend database. So you see it fetches the result and exactly what you asked. It can tell you like 3 of them are cards expired and 1 of them has insufficient clearance, and that's why they were all access denied. So from your query, it can understand your intent, and based on that, it is creating an actual API query, which is going and hitting the actual OpenSearch endpoint. As you can now add more context to it, or more information to it. Let's say you want to group them by employee types. There are contractors and employees. So you will say, group them by types, and it should now make some nice graphics for you, like you see here. So yeah, this is a small demo. This can be improved further. This is just to show the power of AI we have today. And with the help of large language model, the search can be really improved. Thank you.